It's recorded. Use the hat. I ain't got coffee today. I've got Barocca and some out-of-date olives that I need to eat. They still taste alright though, so here we are. Running a bit late this weekend. I got drunk Friday. I didn't get drunk, it was just a late night. I went to bed at like 5 AM. Got home at like 3:30 and then just fucking mooched around. I shouldn't swear. Try not to swear. It's bad for your soul. Yeah, still adding to the Shopify. Make it better. So this video is coming out. It's going to be about where I want to be in 5 years. So I'm 35 at the moment, and I want to kind of have some sort of solid ground by 40. So I'm giving myself 5 years or 4.5 years now, whatever it is, to get this done. I would like to get it done sooner rather than later, but I think 5 years is a fair time scale to really find sort of, give the business some time to figure out. I mean, I'm still figuring stuff out now because having the Etsy pulled was a big hit. The business is basically flatlined, and it's made me take a lot into consideration. So I'm trying to rebuild the business while trying to push the formal sort of health and safety stuff. Whilst in my new job, which I really like, working with metal, my boss said I can use all the equipment there. So I have access to powder coating, all types of metal, laser engraving, laser marking, painting, 3D printing, and everything that comes with it, like wood burning, and there's a little flatbed there as well, which I can print with as well. So so I can use all these facilities. Again, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I'm guilty of being stretched thin, but I might start another wing of the business that just deals with metal. You think I've got to lean into things at work, and if I can get really, really cheap components and I'm at the workshop anyway, I know all the graphic design stuff, I feel like I can make that work. I'm gonna make a couple of prototypes and sort of have a play with it until I get it right, and then I'll have it as a product. But yeah, I'm definitely guilty of spreading myself thin. First things first, get the Shopify up. I haven't made any sales on the Shopify yet. I've had it for about 3 weeks to a month now. We're coming from making sales every day. I'm really trying to push this video thing. I think this should, once I get enough videos going, that should cover what Etsy covers in marketing. So just catching lots of rain with little thimbles at the moment. It's sort of bizarre in a way because I always feel like I need to do something, and I get back and I'm like, I don't have to do no orders. In fact, I did my first order the other day. I sold something on. I sold something on the Steed Graphics Etsy store, and there's a part of me who's like, "What do I do again?" Like, it hasn't been that long, but I was so sort of like just like sleepwalking through everything. Yeah, I'm in a weird sort of good place where the dust settling. I got a lorry crash into me in October, so I mean I'm just getting over the end of that. It's nice. So I had two months of it being injured. Car got written off. I've got a new car now. It's really I'm in a nice position now where the dust is settling, so I can think about things like the future. And maybe pick up my guitar again and do a bit more illustration. I bought an iPad as well. So another distraction. No, I really like having a creative outlet, and this is one of my creative outlets, is talking to my camera while rudely eating food. It's good olives. Real nice. So, and then I can get back into music, with this job. But I can literally do anything. I have access to everything. So I want to also, with the illustration side of things, I want to develop some toys. I don't want to do any of the assets that you get with like those websites you pay $5 a month for, and you have everything that everyone's selling. I went to a car boot today and I saw it all, and I was like, I've seen these before at like card cons and comic cons and stuff. So yeah, it's very what's the word? It's very, things does settle in, and I've got so much to do, but complete the Shopify, got the Steed graphics, I make a few phone calls, but I keep adding more and more to the list, so I'm just guilty of doing that. I don't know if anyone else has that problem where there's so many good ideas. I mean, an idea's worthless, really, if you think about it. I can think of an idea of sticking a space station on Mars. I can't fulfill that idea, isn't it? So the idea's worthless. The idea only means something if you can go through with it. So, yeah, I'm guilty of that for sure. So yeah, 5 years is the plan. I'll definitely be doing updates on the video thing, and keeping sort of the fire alight, and it will stay alight whether I like it or not. But I think I'm quite a passionate person, so yeah, I've got 25 subscribers now, which is crazy. I'm probably like, imagine if I had like 100 or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, damn, like I'm talking to 100 people. It's kind of scary, right? I need to get better at all my ums and ers, and maybe edit. I don't know. I just like doing raw videos, so you get all the ums and ers, and I feel like, me talking about like things like just being a silly bugger and getting drunk on Friday, it's kind of real, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I've only got myself to blame, really, and then like they say there's two types of goals where there's a you know what to do to get the ending. Then there's one that's more abstract. For instance, you go to a sandwich shop to buy a sandwich, that goal is certain. I'm going in to buy a sandwich. Whereas me saying I want some sort of living, breathing business within 5 years, maybe have my own studio space and such, that would be like a dream to me, honestly. But that isn't an objective. It's not an objective thing, is it? I mean, you can go get an office space for £100 a month. It's probably as big as this living room here, so it's not impossible. £100 a month. It's not that big of a deal, but I'm sort of living like two lives at the moment, So I've got the job I really, really like, but can I even tell them that I've got a printing thing? I don't think they would care. I will stay with them. The facilities and that alone is just huge. So, you know, hundreds of £1,000s of equipment that I can just use after work. That's crazy. Post office right next door to it, literally 10 meters away. It's great. Good job. I keep leveling up there as well, so it's quite nice to sort of level up and feel that progress. It's quite rewarding. Yeah, 5 years. Really I want to be in like a better position than I was in before, where I'm making regular sales. Perhaps I need to think about this and have it written down or something, like, because visualizing a goal is very important as well, and knowing specifically what I want. Oh, I want to romanticize the idea of a studio and, you know, have a living, breathing thing. But what does that even mean? You know, so they say like some people have like £100,000 business and they can turn it up a notch, but they know they won't have a life. So it's almost like at that level where I want to get to that point where I could turn it up a notch, but then it would absorb me. But I don't want to cross that line unless I have like an army with me or something, you know what I mean? A metaphorical army, you know what I mean? I've got a team or something, you know? So that's a good goal to have. I'll get to that point where I'm like, this is the next step is a level up, but it's a big bar to go to, the ladder, you know, each step. And then the next ladder bar is quite a lot significantly higher. But yeah, it is one step up, but it's a big step. And then that's the point when you can go, right, I need to either step away from everything else and put all this all in there, you know, or find a way to integrate it with everything else that's going on. And that might be the moment where I say to my work, I say, how can I have this? Or I step away. 5 years is, yeah, it's quite a long time. Sorry, I don't have any coffee today, but Barocca's all right, but it leaves all like this stuff in the glass. The next time you pour a drink, it tastes like aspirin. Pros and cons, eh? I'll probably have a coffee now, actually. I'm kind of at that sort of time of the day where I'm like, Anyway, so 5 years' time is the plan. Like and subscribe if you want to see the journey. I think there's going to be plenty going on. Shorts through the week. I'm going to at least do every other day. Just to kind of keep the algorithm happy, feed the beast. And I'll do one video on the weekends. Talking about what I love. Print world, what's going on, be a vlog or two, and tips and tricks and such. We could do videos about impoing and that, so if you want to see that, give us a buzz, comment below. And heads up, gonna go rob a bank now. Peace.